We reflected on this project and found out that most of our team members are at midpoint. When it comes to energy consumption according to the graph, most of them show green point, which is adequate, but we found out that we came very close to a yellow zone, which means we began using a lot of wasteful energy. In these current bills, we have a range of everything from excess to basic and intermediate, but in this case, we have the most use in the intermediate zone, which means we could reduce our energy use even more. In the receipts, the months in which there is a very high use of energy mostly falls on September. But why? We asked each other to find out what was the cause of this high energy usage, and found out we saw that because it was hot, they turned on the conditioner every September night. This consumes a lot of electricity through a period of 8 hours every night of month. Besides, we found another thing. We all washed out clothes way more often in that month. So that may also be a reason for the high electricity usage. Every day the sun radiates or sends out an enormous amount of energy. The sun radiates more energy in 1 second than people have used since the beginning of time. The sun generates energy in its core, in a process called nuclear fusion. During nuclear fusion, the sun's extremely high pressure and hot temperature causes hydrogen atoms to come apart and their nuclei, to fuse or combine. For hydrogen nuclei fuse to become one helium atom, but the helium atom weighs less than 4 nuclei that combine to form it. Some matter is not lost during nuclear fusion. The lost matter is emitted into space and radiant energy. The effect on temperature on solar panels to make them able to work have been studied with a temperature variation range of 25 to 50 degrees, depending on the irradiance available. Solar panels or PV cells are specified a nominal operating cell temperature of 25 degrees at 100 watts per square meter average. In order to install solar panels in your house, there are some simple and recommended items you need for this process of installation or further progress to make things work. Solar panels or PV cells, inverter, racking, performance monitoring, and storage options. In Mexico, solar panels have different prices depending on how many you are thinking of buying. The minimum is 2 solar panels that go for about 4,224 pesos. For both, which include everything, the setup. Both panels can hold up to 630 watts, and the more you have, the more it can hold. For 2 panels, it takes a space around 3.070 meters times 1.650 meters, which give you out 2.53 square meters panel per panel. But if you take more, you add 3 meters to the length. Every panel gives around 94.5 kilowatts per hour monthly. Taking into consideration our investment analysis, we can say solar system installation in our houses or companies can make a great change economically and ecologically. In comparison with our investment analysis, having solar panels can reduce the cost of energy consumed to a minimum, because even if you have solar panels, according to Ecologic Mexico, says energy increments between 6% and 9% annually. Meanwhile, solar panels will stay at a minimum price level thanks to their 3-year duration. Even if you live in rural areas far from the limits of energy companies, solar energy still stays cheaper in comparison with diesel generators for thousands. Taking in consideration this energy's basis is solar system, we could prevent global warming as we use clean energy. Meanwhile, energy companies like CFE use fossil fuels, helping this big problem we have nowadays. Finally, we should take advantage of solar energy because it's one of the safest and most profitable investment that exists. Solar panels also increase the value of the property where they are installed, so in the future we don't know if fossil fuels will have an end. Taking part of this renewable and unlimited energy source is a movement we should start thinking about to improve our life on Earth and lengthen it.